All right, guys, I'm going to go over the political cartoons and the documents for week 2 of Unit 6. All right, so looking at the first one, okay, so same process as we usually do it. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so it's a little bit easier to see. Again, this is a good tool if you guys want to zoom in on yours. This is the place to do it, so you can zoom in as big as you want. All right, looking at the first cartoon, okay, so again, the first thing that we're going to do is pick out the symbols, okay? So two main characters kind of stick out. You got this guy right here. So who do you think that represents when you're looking at it? When it's got kind of the Uncle Sam hat on, sitting up safely in the tree. And then you have this bird-looking thing with the swastika, okay? So you see it's already torn down. Greece, Yugoslavia, Denmark, France, Poland. It's chipping away England. Okay, and the caption says, ho hum, when he's finished pecking down that last tree, he'll likely be tired. Okay, so first kind of list the symbols, what you think they mean. What's a historical issue? Okay, for this, guys, what I want you to really narrow down on, okay, what vocab term could fit. Now, this is not talking about any particular event, so you kind of have a wide variety of things that you can do. Okay, once you pick that event, okay, is it for that event or against that event? Okay, and how do you know? With that, make sure that you are using support from the cartoon, not taking anything from the notes or outside. This is just based on what the cartoon is saying. And then step 4, what is the message of the cartoon? In that part, guys, again, just remember you are simply explaining, okay, using the details, using the historical issues that we picked out, what's going on in the cartoon. Okay, again, some of you are going like above and beyond and explaining historically with all these facts from your notes. Nope, just keep it simple. Tell me what's going on in your notes. All right, moving on to cartoon number 2. Okay, so a couple things to point out. So we see Washington, Oregon, California. Okay, so if you look at that geographically, that is referring to the west coast of the United States. Okay, the caption at the top says, waiting for the signal from home. Okay, so if you think about on the west coast, who would be signaling them along the west coast? Okay, and then you see this kind of hut here handing out TNT. Okay, so again, who do you think they would be referring to? Okay, who would be making bombs or passing out TNT along the west coast? Okay, so again, this is probably most likely referring to the Japanese. Okay, so again, what historical issue could this be representing? Okay, based on whatever you pick as your historical issue. And again, everybody's answer is probably not going to be exactly the same, and that's okay. Is it for that issue or against the issue? And then again, I've kind of already done it for you. Put it into a sentence. What's going on in this cartoon? Okay, third one's looking at a little bit different perspective. So again, we see the patriotic hat here, so that could represent Uncle Sam. We have production material shortage. And then down here we have effort shortage. Okay, and then we have a little cat saying, oh, if only we had a bigger fire. Uncle Sam is saying, if we had some ham, we could have a victory omelet. If we had some eggs. Okay, so again, talking about effort, talking about production material shortage. Okay, so again, guys, this is kind of referring to what's happening in the home front. What's happening in the United States in regards to kind of the home front in the war effort. Okay, so again, regarding that, do you think it is for or against? And then just tell me simply as I explained it what's going on in the cartoon. Okay, all right, let's jump over for the primary documents that you will look at Wednesday. Again, you can wait and watch this video then and then do both of them, however you want to do it. Okay, don't forget, again, you can highlight as you go through. If that helps you, I'm going to read. If you want to read along and highlight, that works for me. Okay, so I'm going to read the document. There's only 2 documents, guys, so again, kind of short and easy. So I'm going to read first, and then we'll go over the questions. Okay, so the first one is the official statement issued after the Potsdam Conference on the 2nd of August, 1945. In order to eliminate Germany's war potential, the production of arms, ammunition, and implements of war, as well as all types of aircraft and seagoing ships, shall be prohibited and prevented. Production of metals, chemicals, machinery, and other items that are directly necessary to a war economy shall be rigidly controlled and restricted to Germany's approved post war peacetime needs to meet the objectives stated in paragraph 15. At the earliest practicable date, the German economy shall be decentralized for the purpose of eliminating the present excessive concentration of economic power, as exemplified in particular by cartels, syndicates, trust, and other monopolistic arrangements. In organizing the German economy, primary emphasis shall be given to the development of agricultural and peaceful domestic industries. Okay, so that is a statement about the Potsdam Conference. Okay, so in part one, what specific things were Germany prohibited from making? Okay, so again, kind of at the end of the war, what things, and be very specific, what things were Germany prohibited from making? What are they no longer allowed to produce? Okay, number two, who are members of the Potsdam Conference trying to limit from controlling the German economy? Okay, guys, I'm going to point out to this part right here. But if you just put cartels, syndicates, trusts, and other monopolistic arrangements, that's not showing me know what it means. Okay? So who do you think they're referring to by that? And why would that be prevented? Okay? So try to be very specific with that one. That's probably the hardest question that we're going to go over so far. Okay? Number three, what is the goal in this line 3 in regards to stabilizing the country of Germany? Okay? What are they trying to emphasize and focus on? And why would they put the emphasis on that? So think about Germany's economy post World War I, post World War II. How can they rebuild the economy? What are they specifically calling for? Okay. Document 2 is the diary entry of Harry Truman on July 25th, 1945. We have discovered the most terrible bomb in the history of the world. This weapon is to be used against Japan between now and August 10th. I've told the Secretary of War, Mr. Stimson, to use it so that military objectives and soldiers and sailors are the target and not women and children. Even if the Japs are savages, ruthless, merciless, and fanatic, we as the leader of the world for the common welfare cannot drop that terrible bomb on the old capital or the new. He and I are in accord. The target will be a purely military one, and we will issue a warning statement against the Japs to surrender and save lives. I'm sure they will not do that, but we will have given them the chance. It is certainly a good thing that Hitler's crowd or Stalin's did not discover this atomic bomb. Truman said, "It seems to me the most terrible thing ever discovered, but it can be made the most useful." Okay, in section 1, what bomb is he referring to? And then how was it developed? Okay, in part 2, the how was it developed, that is one that you can pull from the notes. Okay, so again, using the background information, what project was used to create that? Okay, number 2, who does President Truman plan to target with his new weapons? Again, there are 2 specific things that you can have that. Okay, there are 2 different answers that I will accept for that one in section 2 here. In section 3, why does President Truman want to issue a warning? What does he think will be the Japanese reaction? Okay, he gives them a chance to what, but what does he think they will do instead? Number 4, in section 4, why does Truman believe it is a good thing that Hitler and Stalin did not discover the atomic bomb? And then in section 4, explain Truman's statement, but it can be made the most useful. Do you agree? Okay. Hope this helped. If you have any questions, please reach out and I will go over the cartoons or documents with you individually.